guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some new products that I've been trying recently. So this does not include any makeup I get from like BoxyCharm, because I talk about that in like BoxyCharm videos, and so this is just stuff that I've picked up over like the last month or so. Either here in Minneapolis or when I went home to California, I picked up a few things with my sisters, and so I thought I would just share with you some of the new stuff I've been trying. The first is a foundation, and I feel like I've heard about this foundation so much recently, actually. I know it's been around for a while, but I feel like they just launched a bunch of new shades, and so I feel like it's kind of like getting re-talked about here on YouTube. So I did pick this up maybe about a month ago. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Foundation, or HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I am wearing this today. The thing I like about this foundation is that you can wear it however you want. Like today I'm just wearing like one layer and then went in with some concealer, but you could also like layer this up. I think it looks best just with one layer. For my skin particularly, it starts to look a little bit cakey once I get like 2-3 layers on for sure. And so one layer I think is best, and then you just go in with some concealer after. But I really like this. I have it in the shade Light Beige, which I know is the lightest shade that they carry at Ulta. That is where I got it. This does retail for like $10.99, so it's kind of up there for like drugstore foundation, but it does go a really far way. It's a really thin consistency, so I feel like this 1 ounce is gonna last a really long time. But overall, I do really like it. I would try and get it on sale. Luckily with Ulta, you can usually always use like one of those weekly coupons, and so I would definitely pick it up then. I also have a new concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer and Contour. And I have this in the shade C2, which is the second to lightest shade. I really like this in small doses. This was a product that I did get home in California. My sister used this and she was like, you should get this, you would love it. And so we were at Ulta and we both got one. And the first time I used it like I would like my LA Girl concealer. So I didn't put a ton on, but I put quite a bit on, and this stuff stretches a very long way. And I did notice if I use a lot of product, it kind of like builds up weird and it just doesn't look good. But if you go in with this very sparingly, which is what I normally do with concealer anyways, so I don't know what I was thinking the first time I used it, it's much better and it's really nice. It does have a large doe foot applicator. Typically I'll just take one swipe out and kind of like put it where I need it, and then that's plenty. I will say, I think I've used this, I've probably used this close to 10 times now, and it sits in my makeup drawer like standing upright, and every time I go to take it out, you can see how much is being used. And so it's gonna go by pretty quick. There is 0.14 ounces, and this does retail for, I believe, $7. So again, I would try and get this on sale. It's not as bad of a deal as the Ulta concealer. That one, you get half the amount of this, and it's $1 more. And I like this one better. So I would say this is nice. Get it on sale, because you can. I've been trying a new powder from Essence recently. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And I feel like this has been kind of popular here on YouTube recently. I've heard Tati talk about it. I've heard Andrea Matalano talk about it. And it's just this really nice, light, slightly yellow tinted color powder. Now, I am very pale, so I can use this kind of everywhere. I think this is meant for being put underneath the eyes or like areas that you're wanting to highlight. But what I typically do is I'll put my foundation on, concealer, and then I'll set this under my eyes, and then just take a very light amount and dust it everywhere else on my face just to kind of like set my face. But I do like this. I think this retails for like $4.99. Again, Essence you can always find on sale, so I would try to get it on sale, but that's really not a bad price for this powder. And it is a really nice powder. It's not super like chalky. It's almost kind of creamy feeling. And it is pretty brightening for, it feels really nice. Yeah, I like this powder. It's a great one. Another powder that I recently picked up, this is from e.l.f. And I don't remember what this is called. There's nothing on it. I want to say this was like the HD setting powder. I was kind of wanting just like a translucent powder. I used to have a translucent powder and I haven't had one for a while, but I was wanting one to kind of like set my face into place. So this is good to like set your concealer and stuff, but actually what I like to do with translucent powders is once I have everything on, so my foundation, concealer, initial powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, I like to take a translucent powder and just do a very light dusting all over my face. I feel like it just kind of like makes everything blend really well together. It just makes, it kind of like sets them in place a little bit longer, makes them last longer throughout the day. So I do like this. This is a very fine powder. It's like when you pour it into the lid, it like, part of it like disintegrates into the air. I don't know the words I'm looking for, but it's a really fine powder. It looks nice on the skin. It doesn't add any like cakiness. The one thing I will say is when I'm putting it on top of everything, it kind of like makes everything look a little bit more subtle, which is nice. Unless you didn't put like a ton of blush on or something, it kind of just like makes everything look really light and you're like, oh, all of that blush I just put on is now nothing. But I like it. And I think this was $6 maybe. One last powder. This is one that I've had before and I really like it. This is the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy Loose Foundation. And this is in the shade Clearly Porcelain 01, which I want to say is probably the lightest shade. I love Bare Minerals and I have their matte foundation right now and I that's my go-to. Like I love that foundation and I have that in the shade Fairly Light. This line, they don't use the same names as like the original foundations, and so I have had this one before, but I had it in a different shade. I want to say it was like Clearly Pearl or something, and so I think this was like the shade lower than that, or maybe one or two lower than that, and I actually really, really like this. Now, I do like the formula, like I've had it before and I've liked it. Bare Minerals foundations are a personal favorite of mine. I think they look fantastic on the skin. They last wonderfully. I feel like the longer you wear them throughout the day, the better they look. But this shade in particular looks so good. I am quite pale, and so this is such a nice color for my skin. A lot of times Bare Minerals, when I'll put it on, it looks like the color I need, but then throughout the day it kind of oxidizes and turns a little bit darker, which isn't a huge deal. I feel like it's not like that big of a deal. It's not a huge difference, but this one, when it oxidizes, it just goes to like my perfect skin color. And so I've been really liking this. I actually picked this up at Marshall's when I was in California. This was $6.99, which is incredible. So I just couldn't pass it up. It was crazy that they had it in my color. Sometimes you can find Bare Minerals at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx, but they never have it in my color. It's always like darker colors. And so I was just kind of like blown away that they had this, and I had to pick it up because $6.99, you can't get a Bare Minerals foundation for that much. Just couldn't let it go. I also have a brow product from ColourPop. This is the Brow Boss, and it's like a really small pencil brow. It's a really small brow pencil, and I have it in the shade Taupe. And so on one end, you just have like a really fine pointed pencil. And then on the other end, you have a spoolie, which I really like this spoolie. It's nice and small and kind of like compact. It's just really nice to get into your brows. I am wearing this today. I'm wearing a lot of this stuff today, but actually. But I really like this. This is, I want to say $5. I did get this at Ulta. Some Ultas carry ColourPop, some don't. I was at the Mall of America and that one happens to carry ColourPop products. I mean, it's a small selection of stuff, but I was kind of looking for something new to use in my brows. I've been kind of unhappy with how my brows have been looking recently, and so I decided to pick this up, and I think it's pretty nice. It's a nice color. I do like that it's like a nice cool tone color. It doesn't deposit too much color when you're putting it on, and so I've been enjoying this so far. I've only used it maybe like 4 or 5 times so far, but so far so good. A few other ColourPop things. I've had these for a little while now, probably almost 2 months. This was a ColourPop Lippy Stick like bundle. I also got this from Ulta. It came in this cute little package with like all these lips on it. It was super cute. I like that all of the packaging is like corresponding to what the lip color is. It's like exactly the same. So the first shade is Brink, and it's like this mauve-y kind of pink color. Really nice. It's a nice everyday color. And then you have the shade Gold Digger, which is a little bit more pink, kind of a little bit more berry looking. Also really nice. Not like my go-to though, because I don't typically wear like berry tones. I'll either do like a nude or like a mauve color, or I'll go for like a darker color, which is kind of the third shade. This one is called Daydream, and it's a really nice deeper berry, and it looks really nice on the lips. These are all of the, what formula are these? These were like the matte formula. I don't remember if it was like ultra matte. It doesn't say on, oh, matte 1. I don't know what that means, but the formula is really nice. It's matte, but it's not like drying. They last really well on the lips. This one I was kind of scared with because it is so dark, but it really lasts and it doesn't like bleed too much. It doesn't move around a lot, but they're really nice. I have 2 more lip products, and these are both from e.l.f. and they're the same thing essentially. They're just lip glosses. I picked up this one first. This is in the shade Natural, and I have this on my lips today. I'm wearing it over a lip liner, but it's a really nice, just kind of like nude gloss. It's nothing fancy about it. There is like some light shimmer in it, but nothing that you would really like pick up in person. It just looks kind of glossy and nude, but it's really nice. $2. I started being like really drawn to the Glossier gloss, like lip gloss, and I've heard so many great things about it, and it's just like this clear lip gloss, and I was like, I really want that, but I also don't really want to pay like $12 for a clear glossy lip. And so I ended up picking up another one of the e.l.f. lip glosses, and this one is just in clear, and this one's really nice as well. I enjoy them. They last on the lips pretty well for being a lip gloss. They're not super sticky. They just have a nice texture to them. They definitely feel moisturizing, which I really appreciate. I have one brush. This is the first Morphe brush I've ever tried. This is the Morphe M406. Which I believe was called like the Duo Fiber Foundation Brush. And I actually haven't used this for foundation yet. I saw a video recently of someone using a Duo Fiber brush to use for bronzer and blush, and I really liked the way that came across. So that's what I got this for. Like I said, I've never used a Morphe brush before. I have a few Morphe palettes, but I've just never taken the plunge with brushes, which I know their brushes are really affordable. I want to say this one was $8. Again, I picked this up at Ulta. I kind of bought this, that clear lip gloss, and then the Brow Boss from ColourPop. I had a $5 off coupon, so all 3 of these products I got for $10, which is awesome at Ulta. I love Ulta. But this is really nice so far. It's super soft. I haven't washed it yet. I will probably wash it here in the next like day or 2. I need to do a brush cleaning on a bunch of my brushes, but it's really nice. I'm kind of interested to try it for foundation, since that is what it's for. If you've tried this, let me know. And then the last thing, I actually have done a video about this, but this is the new Jeffree Star Alien palette. And this has been really fun to play around with so far. You've got a lot of really fun shades. Like I said in my video where I talked about this before, which it wasn't like an all-inclusive review, it was kind of more like initial thoughts on the palette. I said that I am a neutrals lover, and something about this was just like drawing me into this, and I don't really know why, because these are not colors that I would normally go for. But that also means I don't have any of these colors really in my makeup collection, so I was really excited to give this a try. I'm wearing this on my eyes today. I'm wearing Phone Home, which is like this mauve pink, in my crease. Then I'm wearing Ghost OG, which is this nice matte gray, in the outer corner. And then I'm wearing Pluto, which might be my favorite shade in this palette, on the lid and then into the inner corner. And so I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's definitely pushing me outside of my comfort zone a bit. I will say this is pricey. It's $52, and then once you add in shipping, because I bought it from the Jeffree Star website, I'm sure now you can buy it at other places. It ended up being like $62, so definitely a pricey item. But the shadows so far have been a dream to work with and just super beautiful and really challenging and like making me want to try new things. So those are some of the new products I've been trying over the last like 2 months or so. I'd love to hear about some of the new things you've been trying. Leave those products down below. I'm always interested in trying new things. If you've tried any of these things and you have some thoughts, make sure to leave those down below as well. I'd love to hear what you think. But thank you so much for joining me for day 3 of Vlogmas. Again, I'm so excited to be sharing this month with you guys. I also have a giveaway going on right now. I'm giving away some of my favorite Trader Joe's products. I will link that video up above and down below. Make sure to check that out. All you have to do is be subscribed. But thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, bye, guys.